We'll open it up for questions.
Well, first, I want to credit Michigan with an outstanding performance today. They played very, very well, wish them good luck in the next round. For our team, I'm just very proud of the effort that these guys put forth all year. I'm flanked by two of our seniors, and they've been outstanding. And they've showed us the way, and it's up to the young guys now, to pick that up and help us push forward in the future. They're the champions of Conference USA. They earned a number 7 RPI, number 7 seed in the tournament, and I'm very proud of all the things that this team accomplished this year. I think they've set a great milestone for us going forward, and it's something for us to shoot for and to point toward in the future.
We'll take questions first for the student athletes. Just raise your hand. We're not going to pass the microphone today.
Jimmy, you had to feel pretty good at getting through the first half of 0-0. At that point, did you feel like, okay, we're where we want to be, because they had to control the tempo early in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, they started off controlling tempo a bit, and I felt like we battled back and got a little bit of control towards the end of the half. I thought going into halftime, I felt like we had some momentum. And then coming out the second half, we played well, and they got a chance and they finished it. And then, we went down a man, and after that, we just got really stretched, and it was tough to play.
How tough was it dealing? Obviously, those two guys they got up front, Saad and Merrill, are pretty good players. They kept the pressure on you all day. I mean, how tough was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, the Saad brothers and Merrill were 3 of the better attackers we faced all year. I mean, they're quality players, and definitely had to be alert all game. And they were flying around, and they got their chances and stuck a few of them in.
Blake, you got a couple of good cracks in both halves. The first half, a few, you guys just couldn't quite seem to finish one of them.
Yeah, we were, created a couple quality chances in the first half, and I think even in the second half, unfortunately, I think we were just a bit off. And for all the days of the year to be just a bit off, this is not the easiest one to deal with. But hats off to Michigan. They played a great game, and they finished their chances. So best luck to them in the next round.
Blake, how difficult was it once y'all went a man down?
It's never easy, to play a man down, obviously. You look back at the UAB game earlier in the year, and, we did a pretty remarkable thing there, coming back from being down, playing with 10 men. Unfortunately, Will is one of our anchors in the back, and, to lose him, it's just difficult. Especially in a game like this, where momentum and emotion can change everything. And like I said, they finished a couple of their chances, and we were just a little bit off. So it just makes it all the more difficult.
Right. Blake, can you kind of address the senior class and its accomplishments, and kind of building the program back up to where it's gotten now?
Well, it's been an interesting 4 years. We've been through a lot as a group together, and to have a year like this, it almost makes it all okay. I think we really came together, and just really wanted to bring this team back to be a national powerhouse. To be in the NCAA tournament. To play in games like this, and I think we did a good job of that. I think we, like Coach said, set the groundwork, hopefully going forward for next year and in the years after that. I mean, obviously we've got, a lot of talent, in our younger classes, and hopefully they can take this year and a season like this and build on it. And but as far as our senior class goes, couldn't ask for a better group of guys to play with. Jimmy, Evan, Will T, all of them, Sam, just worked tremendously hard to get to where we were, and that's it just makes it that much more heartbreaking to have a game like this, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Following up on that, Blake, was there a point in this season where you knew that this team could accomplish a Sweet 16 or accomplish a run in the tournament like this?
I think if you asked anybody on our team, there were just stretch of games about midway through the season where we played Charlotte on the road, Wake on the road, UAB at home, and then we went to SMU and Tulsa, and I think we went 4 out of 5 in those games, and that was a big mental boost for our team, and it really just, I think kind of showed for everybody that, we're going to be somebody that's going to be contended with. We're going to be here when the season's ending, and you're going to have to deal with us. And I think a lot of that, our senior class did a great job of being leaders, but like I said, we had a lot of really great talent in our freshman class and our sophomore class, and just all around. Everybody on our team worked so hard and just did a great job.
Any more questions for the student athletes?
Jimmy, could you kind of sum up your career here?
I think, like Blake said, it's been, this season really has just made it all worth it. The first 3 years, it was tough. We didn't make it. This is the first year we made the NCAA tournament in our career. And the first 3 years, there's a lot of learning experiences. I think, going into this year, we had just been through everything, every type of setback, every downfall in the season, and that's what has made this season so great. That's what has capped our career so well, is that anytime we came up to a challenge, as our senior class, we knew how to handle it, and we took care of it. And no matter if we went a man down, goal down to UAB, we battled back. Went down a goal twice in the conference tournament, battled back. Overtime wins, Tulsa, the conference championship, we never had a doubt. It's just, I think our senior leadership, just being through it all, just really carried us this year. And it was just, it's tough right now losing. We feel like we could have gone farther, but making the Sweet 16, win the conference championship, it's not a bad way to go out.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Okay, any questions for Coach Berson?
Mark, what was your view on the red card on Moore? What did you see there? I mean, they called him, obviously called him for an elbow.
Yeah, he saw what he saw. I might not have seen what he saw, but he saw what he saw, and he made the call, and that's it. I mean, that's a really tough situation, with the goal, and then right away the red card. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think it fazed us. I mean, I wasn't in the slightest bit fazed at that point, because these guys have done it before, and so. Other teams, maybe it would bother them, but it didn't bother these guys. Now, it made it a little bit easier for Michigan, and at that point in time, they were able to have a little more space, and they were able to pick their moments. And tonight, this afternoon, I thought we got forward well. We had some good opportunities, and we weren't able to capitalize. And so many times in these games, it comes down to, you got to make the play. And as the game went on, I don't think there was any doubt in our players' minds that we were going to make the play, but today Michigan did. And then I thought, we'll still come back. I mean, it really didn't faze me, didn't faze them. We didn't have any questions about the fact we'd come back. And the fact we didn't have a man down, I don't think that bothered us. But, it wasn't our day, and, that's the way it went.
You knew their attack was really going to keep the pressure on you. Did they play like you expected them to play in terms of the way they?
Yeah, there was nothing that surprised us. Nothing that surprised us. I think that we got in on them a number of times, and usually we make teams pay. And today it just didn't happen. And that again, we know they're going to take their shots at us, but they hadn't They had 4 shutouts this year, so we felt pretty confident we were going to score on them. I want to say it was really great that Sam scored. Sam Arthur has scored a lot of goals for us over his career. And this year, we moved him back a little bit more deeper in the midfield, and, he never hung his head. I mean, he worked his butt off, up and down the field. and for him to get that goal today was great. It was like when Mark Wiltsey scored, the goal, in the last game of the year, so on senior day. So those are just poetic things that happened. I was happy for Sam, and it's a little ray of sunshine for us this afternoon.
So you expected the physical nature of the game?
Yeah, I didn't think it was really that physical. No. I mean, if you'd been here for the Duke game, you wouldn't say that game was very physical. So.
And your view of the skills of Miram and Saad, they just keep coming at you. They find a way to create shots, and they don't.
Yeah, good players. Good players. I mean, they didn't catch us by surprise at all. I mean, we knew they were good players, and I'm sure on the other end they were looking at Blake and Bradley and a little worried too, and I think they should have been. But that's the way. These teams wouldn't be here if they didn't have high quality players, players that can bring a lot of excitement to the game, players that can get people off their on their feet in the game, and I think you saw that from both teams today, and I thought it was that type of a game from start to finish.
Coach Ben, it's hard to get instant perspective, but can you kind of sum up the 3 years for your goal?
Yeah, Jimmy's done a tremendous job. He's been, again, reflecting back. I mean, I think we've done well in Conference USA. Capping it off by winning it this year. They've performed well in very hostile environments. Up at Clemson, 4 years they've played Clemson, 4 years they've shut Clemson out. That's a great accomplishment. That's a great accomplishment, and a lot of that has to do with Jimmy. And I know Jimmy will tell you it has to do with the guys in front of him. But it's always great to have a guy back there that is always focused and always ready. Hey, if you get beat, you get beat. But when you know that the guy is on the money every day at practice and every day in big games, it gives you confidence. And so that's the kind of guy that Jimmy is, and he's given us a lot of confidence for 4 years.
Any other questions? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.